my name is Jasmine, and I'm the teen librarian at the Lamont Public Library District. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a few teen fiction and graphic novels for the month of March that you'll be able to find here at the library. At the end, I'll also be telling you about teen programs we're offering and service hour opportunities that you might be interested in. Let's get started. Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reid. By encouraging massive accumulations of debt from its underclass, a single corporation, Ceres, controls all aspects of society. Anissa lives with her brother in a half-sunken town where they scrape by running a taxidermy shop. Unbeknownst to Anissa, their cruel and indolent mother has accrued an enormous debt, enough to qualify one of her children for Ceres' live-stream assassination spectacle, The Lamb's Gauntlet. Melanie is a Ceres assassin trained to track and kill the sacrificial lambs, the product of neural reconditioning and psychological alteration. She is a living weapon, known for her cold brutality and deadly beauty. She has never failed to assassinate one of her marks. When Inez learns that her mother has offered her as sacrifice, at first she despairs. The gauntlet is always a bloodbath for the impoverished debtors, and she's had years of practice surviving in the apocalyptic wastes, and with the help of her hunter brother, she might stand a chance of staying alive. For Melanie, this is a game she can't afford to lose. Despite her reputation for mercilessness, she is haunted by painful flashbacks. After her last gauntlet, where she broke down on live stream, she desperately needs redemption. As Mel pursues Inez across the wasteland, both girls begin to question everything. Inez wonders if there's more to life than survival, while Mel wonders if she's capable of more than killing. And both wonder if, against all odds, they might be falling in love. Read-alikes include Scythe by Neal Shusterman and All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody. I Am the Swarm by Haley Chewin. As far back as anyone can remember, the women of the Strand family have been magical. Their gifts manifest when they each turn 15, always in different ways. But Nell Strands knows that her family's magic is a curse. Her mother's age changes every day. She's often too young to be the mother Nell needs. Her older sister bleeds music and will do anything to release the songs inside her. Nell sees the way magic rips her family apart again and again. When Nell's own magic arrives in the form of ladybugs alighting on the keys of her beloved piano, the first thing she feels is joy. The ladybugs are a piece of her, a harmless and delicate manifestation of her creativity. But soon enough the rest come. Thick-shelled glossy beetles that creep along her collarbone when her piano teacher stares at her. Soft gray moths that appear and die alongside a rush of disappointment. Worst of all are the wasps. It doesn't matter how deep she buries her rage. The wasps always come. Nell will have to decide just how much of herself she's willing to lock away to stop them, or if she can find the strength to feel, no matter the consequences. An intense emotional read, simmering with magic and rage. I Am the Swarm is a captivating YA novel in verse, that it beautifully speaks to the complicated nature of growing up as a girl. Read-alikes include We Are Restless Things by Ko Nagamatsu and Akata Woman by Nnedi Okorafor. Impossible Escape, a true story of survival and heroism in Nazi Europe by Steve Schenken. It is 1944. A teenager named Rudolf Vrba has made up his mind. After barely surviving nearly 2 years in the Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland, he knows he must escape, even if death is more likely. Rudy has learned the terrible secret hidden behind the heavily guarded fences of concentration camps across Nazi-occupied Europe, the methodical mass killing of Jewish prisoners. As trains full of people arrive daily, Rudy knows that the murderers won't stop until he reveals the truth to the world, and that each day that passes means more lives are lost. Lives like Rudy's schoolmate Gerda Sidonova. Gertie's family fled from Slovakia to Hungary, where they live under assumed names to hide their Jewish identity. But Hungary is beginning to cave under pressure from German Nazis. Her chance of survival becomes slimmer by the day. The clock is ticking. As Gerda inches closer to capture, Rudy and his friend Alfred Wetzler begin their cruel steps toward an impossible escape. This is the true story of one of the most famous whistleblowers in the world, and how his death-defying escape helped save over 100,000 lives. Read-alikes include Allies by Alan Gratz and The Librarian of Auschwitz by Antonio Ibiru. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. As the day dawns on the 50th Annual Hunger Games, fear grips the districts of Panem. This year, in honor of the Quarter Quell, twice as many tributes will be taken from their homes. Back in District 12, Hamish Abernathy is trying not to think too hard about his chances. All he cares about is making it through the day and being with the girl he loves. When Hamish's name is called, he can feel all his dreams break. He's torn from his family and his love, shuttled to the capital with the 3 other District 12 tributes, a young friend who is nearly a sister to him, a compulsive odds maker, and the most stuck-up girl in town. As the games begin, Hamish understands he's been set up to fail, but there's something in him that wants to fight, and have that fight reverberate far beyond the deli arena. Read-alikes include The Sunbearer Trials by Aidan Thomas and Nightbreaker by Coco Ma. Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Tales from the Pizzaplex by Scott Cawthorn. Have you ever ignored your conscience and done something you really knew you shouldn't? Maya can't resist the temptation to explore an under-construction section of Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex. Aiden and Jace decide to scare some young kids in the 2 maze of the Pizzaplex. And Fazbear technician Grady doesn't listen to the voice in his head telling him to stay away from small, cramped spaces when doing his safety checks. In this volume, 3 stories from the Publishers Weekly best-selling series Five Nights at Freddy's, Tales from the Pizzaplex come to life in delightfully horrifying comics. Readers beware, this collection of terrifying tales is enough to unsettle even the most hardened Five Nights at Freddy's fans. Read-alikes include Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear's Frights by Chris Hastings and Revenge Games by R.L. Stine. Kirby's Lessons for Falling in Love by Laura Gao. Once dubbed the Queen of Balance as her school's top rock climber, Kirby Tan suffers an injury that sidelines her from the rest of the season. Now she's forced to join the newspaper club for some desperately needed extra credit. Worse, she's recruited by crystal-wearing, tarot-reading Beck Santos for her astrology-based love advice column. As Kirby reluctantly agrees to orchestrate matches made in heaven with Bex, she begins to wonder if their own stars could be aligned. But loving who she wants isn't so easy when her family and church community are on the line. Can Kirby pull off her greatest balancing act yet? From Laura Gao, the acclaimed creator of Messy Roots, comes an authentic, slow-burn romance and coming-of-age story perfect for fans of Heartstopper, lovers of astrology and tarot, and anyone looking for answers on the right way to fall in love. Read-alikes include Sunhead by Alex Assan and Bella the Ball by Marie Costa. Mystic You, Freshman Year Enchantments by Alyssa Quintney and Mike Norton. Hitting the books takes on a whole new meaning when a teenage Zatara enrolls at Mystique University, an otherworldly academy that promises to teach its young charges how to master their unique and often dangerous magical abilities. Under the leadership of Rose Psychic and her body-sharing husband, Dr. Occult, Zatanna and her fellow students including David Sargon, June Enchantress Moon, and brooding bad boy Sebastian Faust, begin to learn the secrets of harnessing and directing their powers. But these introductory lessons may not be enough to save them from the deadly force known as the Malevolence, whose triumph in the not-too-distant future Dr. Psyche has already foretold. For Zatanna, however, this dark prophecy is overshadowed by more immediate concerns, among them the obsessive attentions of the Queen Bee Thurii Society, the cold-blooded calculations of Mr. E, and what really happened when she first manifested her backward-speaking magic and sent her father to hell. Readalikes include Fate, The Winx Saga Volume 1, Dark Destiny by Olivia Carratero Briggs, and Strange Academy First Class by Scotty Young. Strange Bedfellows by Ariel Salamet Reyes. In the not-too-distant future, most of humanity resides on its last-ditch effort at Utopia, Meridian, a remote alien planet where you're most likely to be born superhuman, that's left-handed. None of that is important to Oberon Afulania, whose, since his mildly public breakdown, his whole life seems to be spiraling out of control. From dropping out of university to breaking up with his boyfriend, it seems like only a karmic inevitability when he wakes up one day with the ability to conjure his dreams in the real world. Oberon's newfound powers come with a facsimile of his high school crush, Khan, who mysteriously dropped off the face of the planet almost 3 years ago, and who was a little more infuriating, if not also infuriatingly hot. Then Oberon remembers. Khan makes it his mission to turn Oberon's life around, and while they struggle to get a handle on his powers and his disastrous personal life, not to mention the appearance of strange nightmare creatures, it turns out this dream version of Khan has secrets of his own, dangerous ones. Oberon might have more on his plate than he originally thought, but is giving up his dreams, even the one he might have accidentally fallen in love with. The only way to find happiness in reality. Readalikes include Bad Dreams by Nicole Maines and Stars in Their Eyes by Jessica Walton. A Wizard of Ethersea, a graphic novel by Ursula K. Le Guin. Ged was the greatest sorcerer in Earthersea, but in his youth he was the reckless Sparrowhawk. In his hunger for power and knowledge, he tampered with long-held secrets and unleashed a terrible shadow upon the world. This is the tumultuous tale of his testing, how he mastered the mighty word of power, tamed an ancient dragon, and crossed death's threshold to restore the balance. Readalikes include The Novice by Taran Maturu, and Aragon by Christopher Paolini. This spring, for tween and teen programs, we are doing a Party for the Eras Taylor Swift cover band concert on the 22nd, Popcorn and Pajamas on March 28th, and Bad Art Afternoon, and Spring Wreath, and Fizzy Paint Party. We are also doing 100 books before graduation, where you read 100 books before graduating, log them through your Beanstack account, and win prizes on the way to 100. For service hours, we have Teen Volunteer Squad, At Your Service programs, Teens and Tots Lego Adventures, and our Character Pen Pal letter writing program. You can come in and pick up a kit to write letters to children as their favorite character. We also have book reviews and advanced reader book reviews, where you get to keep the title after reviewing it. I also make teen take-and-makes each month if you're looking for a quick craft to complete at home. This month's craft is a leprechaun gnome. If you would like any more information about programs or service opportunities, you can contact me at jwilkerson@lamontlibrary.org. Thank you and have a great day.